And then there's also the problem of quality of the movie this year. You know, what few have actually come out haven't been great. Hope we find some andesite. This is why, you know, people are whining about Wonder Woman needs a digital release. No, I'm good with that. Wonder Woman might be one that I would actually go see in a theater. Probably won't, but it's tempting. Also, I don't... They need to do more retro movies in theaters anyway. I think it's a great thing that they've started doing, and they need to keep doing it. Like, if they're going to limit matinee airings of new movies to just one movie, then they should really be able to have, like, 12 o'clock, even 2 o'clock airings in the afternoon of, you know, old movies. I don't see why they can't do that. Our local theater does a single every Wednesday, I want to say, at like noon, of an old animated film or kids film. And it's pretty cheap to get in. It's like $3 for a ticket. And that's pretty cool. They could do that every day. They could do that for, you know, specifically for seniors. They could have a seniors day where the seniors tickets are $3 for the old movies, instead of just doing kids and families. I mean, you market to kids and families because if you market to kids and families, you get 3 or 4 people every time. That's 3 or 4 times the revenue. Makes perfect sense. Capitalist. They could do a date night movie with romantic comedies or something for, you know, I don't know. There's a lot that the theater industry could be doing that they're not. And they're whining about the theaters dying. I'm like, well, have you tried? No, we're not going to change. Okay, well, how about, nope, we're doing our same exact business model that we've been doing. We don't want to change. We're not updating anything for the current times. You people are just tearing up our theater industry because you still won't come out and pay money and risk your health and life and everything. Okay, capitalists. This is the economy we live in today, where when there's no demand on anything, you've raised the price on it because clearly people just aren't buying it because they want to spend more money on it. I don't know. I will say that more than just the disease has made this year insane. It's only going to get worse. Like, something massive, something major has to change with our current model for society, or else bad things will probably happen in the near future. I mean, bad things are happening now, and we're just burying our heads in the sand and pretending they're not happening. Seems to be the go-to default method of reacting to things, is to just not react to them and pretend they don't exist. Like, oh, college prices are sky high, students are drowning in debt. Well, they shouldn't be going to college if they can't afford it. Clearly it's their fault. And that's all that's said on the matter. That is our wonderful government's way of dealing with that. Just be like, oh, well, earn more money. When I was 23, I made $1 billion off of a small loan of $3 million. Just had somebody give me $3 million to get started, and I made $1 billion. Why can't you do the same? Crazy. Yep, okay, that's the end of the pickaxe. I'm good. Have I got another stack? More than enough. Like the number one self-help learn to make money guide on YouTube. You go and you look up basically how to make money on YouTube. His video will be the top one, and I can't remember his name, but his main thing when you watch his videos, his main thing is literally the best way to make money is to start out with money, and if you don't have money, go get money to make more money. Not making any sense to you? Well, that's because he makes no sense. Unfortunately, he's absolutely 100% correct. He does go into details in some of his other videos about how to get capital to get started and effectively use other people's money to get started. Problem with that, and the one he refuses to acknowledge this. If you have no money to get started, if everyone you know has no money to get started, if your parents have no money, and nobody you know or have ever dealt with or can vouch for you has a certifiable business record, nobody's going to give you money. I don't care how good your pitch is or how enthusiastic you are and how gung-ho for making money you might seem or how brilliant you actually are. If you come from nothing, you're nothing. You're not going to get anything. The banks aren't going to give you money. And that's where his plan completely falls apart. Because all these rich people act like you can just start up from nothing nowadays. No, you absolutely cannot. Like, oh, Bill Gates built a computer in his garage and made $1 billion. Yeah, he did that. He did that 50 years ago, though. How much did I have to mine? Like, less than a stack. And so I naturally mined 2.5 stacks. I just went until my pickaxe broke. And now I need another pickaxe. I should have right here. Just enough for this. Twitch and YouTube have the same problem right now. You watch all these how to get started on Twitch and YouTube videos, and they're all like, well, you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and you build a community, and then blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work that way. It worked that way when the people making the videos got started. It does not work that way nowadays. Like, they got in early. They got their views in when there was more demand for the product than there was product. And nowadays, there is more product than demand. That's why you get people streaming to 0 viewers. Not because their stream sucks, although sometimes they do. It's because there's nobody to watch those. Because, you know, you go stream Mario Maker and Orator has 2,500 viewers, and there's a grand total of 3,000 viewers watching Mario Maker, and he has 2,500 of them. At least 500 viewers for the other remaining 70 or 80 Mario Maker streamers. Am I still going to cover the top with dirt? Yes. I'm going to cover most of the top with dirt. Once I'm actually going to dig this part out. I'm going to build a tower here over the mine shaft and connect it with a little wall. And everything past the wall, all the back half of this is going to be covered with dirt. Yo, Dandy. Yes, that right there, that I hadn't got it. That's exactly what I tell people when they ask me about streaming. I tell them, stream because you enjoy streaming. Don't stream to make money. Don't stream to have viewers. Don't stream for subscribers. Stream because you enjoy streaming. If you don't enjoy streaming, you're not going to have a good time getting started. But yes, I did all this work on this roof. I'm literally going to cover half of it with dirt. How you doing this morning, Dandy? Thanks for dropping by the way. Like I said, I enjoy people popping in and saying hi, even if they can't stay. Just a little tiny acknowledgement that goes a long way and helps a lot. Now, where are those furnaces? What did I do with them? That's the whole point of building this entire building, was to put furnaces in. No clue. What have I done with my furnaces? Mini vacation. Nice. Some. I would like more than that. Oh well, let's get some of this cobblestone. Make extra. Did you go anywhere for the mini vacation, or was it just a sort of rest and relax and reset? Nothing? That works. You know what? Only 6. Wow, that takes a lot of. I literally need one more chest. Nearby town just to get away. That is nice. I often say the only real vacation that I recall having was just to the next state up, little tourist trap town. And we were only there, really, we were only there for one day. We were there for 2 nights and 1 day, basically. And it was a lot of fun just to get away and be away from the familiar house and responsibilities. Cool. Now, I don't want to like try and make this an automatic or anything. I just needed a wall of furnaces, basically. I don't know why. Could have something to do with the stacks upon stacks of cobblestone that I need to cook. I need to cook salt. Yes, and just something like that's so nice. I can't even do that with my current job because I can't get away from the job more than 2 days at a time. They don't. They refuse to cover my days off. Like I actually managed to get 4 days in a row off, and it wasn't to go anywhere. It was specifically to do yard work. So it didn't really even feel like a vacation. Oh, that's the blackstone. Okay. I suppose I should rebuild the wood farm since I'm apparently out of charcoal as well. Yeah, I mean that's even worse. Like you're salaried, and oh well, that ain't gonna work. And at that point, you basically are just using your paid time off for sick leave. And it's just endemic to our current wonderful capitalist economy. There are no protections for workers right now. Nope. That should be done pretty quick. Like I will eventually get around to actually decorating the inside of this with some armor stands and some weapons and stuff on the wall. This is just for holding lots of iron and backup armor and tools. About all I'm gonna do with it. Meanwhile, what did I do with all my saplings? Got a ton of logs in here. Ah, some andesite. Could have grabbed that earlier. Not a lot though. Okay. No saplings in here. Oop. Oh no! Yep. It took my cats a couple of days to realize me talking at the computer was not me talking to them. They're now very mad at me every time I go live. Like, you're not talking to us and we know it. Or I had for birch sapling. That's the other type I've got. There it is. Like a stack of oak instead. Thank you. Cool. Is the llama workforce. Working hard, building doors. Spruce, 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 spruce. Yep. How about that? Cool. Mm-hmm. I realized when talking about the YouTube and the Twitch thing that I never actually offered any solutions to the problem that I raised with just do the thing streamer being everybody's advice on how to really get into streaming. There is still a formula to it. It requires a lot more work nowadays than it used to, and it requires more network and support from a core group of viewers, basically. There we go. Like, you want a consistent schedule, you want consistent viewers. Like, you don't need a lot of viewers. Consistency is more important. Like, having people drift in for one stream and then leave is not all that useful. Nice. Like I said, I appreciate anybody just dropping by and saying, hi, how are you? Hope you're having a good day, and then leaving. That's great. That boosts my morale at the very least. Doesn't help the channel much. And it's really about finding sort of like a brand and sort of marketing yourself. Like, a friend of mine that does the game design at the University of Utah that I was talking about, he actually taught a class on streaming. And it wasn't necessarily, I mean, part of it was the technical side of, how to actually physically go about streaming. But most of it was on, like, how to grow the channel, how to build a brand and market it, basically. And that's sort of the side that the kind of people who like to stream aren't very good at. Like, most streamers are kind of nerds. Especially streamers that stream video games are pretty nerdy on average. So the social side of things, the marketing, the networking, they're not necessarily good at. And yeah, I feel like there is a marketing opportunity there, a job market, where you could create a job industry for social media managers, specifically for YouTube and Twitch streams. Like, have somebody whose entire existence, their whole job is branding, pushing, and helping develop small channels. Or, big channels could probably use the service as well. It's a legitimate field that would require, sort of a business-type mindset, but also someone who would know how social media, how marketing, and how networking functions. And to be perfectly blunt, I feel like I would be excellent at that type of job. I've been a little hesitant to try and pull the trigger on that, and specifically ask people for money to do stuff like that. I lack the tools to do it. The knowledge is there, the brain's there, but the actual marketing ability, I've never done anything like that before. The branding, I could come up with, a design, basically. I could do that. I'm more of an ideas person. Like, I could come up with the idea of your design, but you'd still need somebody else to design it. And then you're in the trouble of, now you gotta pay 2 people. So honestly, that's really the skill that I need. That's the one thing that I'm lacking to really sort of take off as sort of a stream designer, I guess? I don't know. I don't even know what you'd call it. I need to be able to, at the very least, do some rough sketches of ideas, and hey, here's my idea. This is sort of what it's going to look like when it's done. What do you think? And then find somebody else to do the final professional quality. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be my job to draw emotes and channel images and logos. That wouldn't be the job. The job is coming up with a consistent theme of those things for people who have a hard time coming up with those sorts of things, as well as, like, teaching them how to push that brand and stay on that brand. I see people all the time, they have a channel and they've got an idea of what they want their channel to be, and they don't really stick to it. They end up going all over the place. A lot of retro streamers do this. I've been watching a lot of retro lately. They're all over the place. Like, and then people who use their face as an emote. I get it. There's that little bit of vanity involved with it. It's your channel. You're the main attraction. You want people coming for you. You're the personality. You're the entertainment. Absolutely. The #1 best way to grow your channel on Twitch is to have other people using your emotes everywhere they go. No, absolutely not. That's a single event. A stream is an ongoing event. You know, it can happen every day. It could happen once a week. Who knows? But you throw me off. That's hilarious. I know. But, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with using your face for, you know, one or multiple emotes. But if you have an emote that has, you know, your brand on it that other people are using everywhere, like, hang on. I use, nope, not that. That's the wrong thing. I use that emote everywhere I go. And it's DJ Sinian's emote. It's his best one in my opinion. I can't get him to stick with the Sega font. He says it looks ugly on anything other than the G's. And I keep telling him, dude, everywhere I go, I use that emote, and people tell me that's an amazing emote. They love the Sega G. They instantly recognize it. And I'm like, please make that your brand image so that when people come to your channel, they see more Sega logos and they know instantly who you are. They say, oh, I recognize that from that emote that he spams everywhere. You don't want to spam your own emotes, but you want other people to spam your emotes. Basically. Yeah. And the best way to get other people to spam your emotes is to have a catch-all emote like that one. Like, I can use that in any Mario Maker stream. Honestly, I could use that in any video game stream. If somebody does something great and beats a level, GG. There you go. A great emote to have. Yeah. Like, say you want dragons, your theme. I have another friend who wants retro swords to be his theme. He wants various different kinds of swords on all of his emotes. Great. Make emotes that people will use. Also, that music is really loud. Let me turn that down on my part. You know what? I'm just going to turn it down in game because I can do that. Music. That made no difference whatsoever. It made a difference on the stream. It just didn't make a difference in my ear. Okay, well, I can turn my volume down separate. That works too. How's that punky? Not punky. It's putting my sociology degree to use, darn it. I paid good money for that sociology degree that I never use. I want to use it. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, for all your animals, the dogs make a mess, but at least they tend to leave the actual belongings alone when they're not chewing on them. And hopefully the puppy has gotten past his chewing phase. Funny calling that monster a puppy, considering it's 10 times the size of your other animals. Big dog. And I really wish I could practice what I preach. I have conflicting ideas on what I would even attempt to call a brand for my own channel. The only thing that I have been consistent with is long-winded rants. People have called me out on it, and I do not disagree with them. It is what I tend to do. Didn't expect this much of the mountain to be actual mountain and not dirt. I don't know how much of this I actually need dug out, so I'm just going to dig it all out and sort of terraform over what I don't need. See, when I'm not ranting, I have nothing to talk about, though. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I don't even know if what I'd call what I spout advice. I'm out of torches, but I can make some. Yeah, that's a creator bias is a huge thing in Mario Maker. Like friend of mine and longtime supporter of many Mario Maker communities, Dr. Duck. He makes ridiculously hard levels and has no clue that they're that hard. It's not that he's a great player, but he's made 60 odd levels all using the same mechanics. So he has it down pat by now. And he specifically entered a contest to make a 3% level, close to 3% on the clear rate as you could muster after 1 week. It has been an entire month since he uploaded the video, the level. No one has beaten it yet. 3,000 attempts and 0 clears, and he thought this would be 3%. I'm just like, oh dear. Like, he's like, but I uploaded it on like my 4th try. Nope. That is creator bias if I've ever seen it. I'm that way with my levels. And I find that I end up artificially inflating the difficulty by spamming enemies or obstacles instead of actually making the levels difficult. So it's been a real challenge. Was it baby bugs? Yes, it was baby bug. Nobody's beaten the level yet, though, so it's pointless. Needless to say, that's the first contest he's entered that I know of that he lost. He lost it miserably. It's fantastic. Oh, he makes great levels. He just has no idea how difficult they are. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to make my super world that I'm working on off and on. Trying to make it all traditional style Nintendo-esque levels with a natural difficulty curve. It's been really hard making these first few worlds. Like, it's taken me since March to get 10 levels made. And it's not because they're complicated levels, it's because they're easy levels. And it's really, 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 really hard for me to make interesting, easy levels. Not something I do natural. I tend to gravitate towards the 3 to 5% range for my levels, and I'm trying to make levels that are like 30%. I feel like the ones that I've finished, I've succeeded at that at. But, time will tell. I'm really close to finishing the 10th level. And I said when I finished 10 that I would release the first 2 worlds as like a beta or an alpha of my super world. I'm hoping to do that this weekend. Once they're out there and get some plays, I'll see what the difficulty curve really looks like. Okay. Now what do we want to do here? I originally thought I would just do this, but smaller, but there's not enough space. Unless I make it ridiculously small. Oh well, I'll just start placing blocks down and see what happens in the dirt. I kind of want this to be blocks in every direction. So, like that. Would good. It would hate to come out in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like that. Well, that doesn't work. What have I done wrong here? This is what I did wrong. That's the center. Okay, so you end up with 5 here, which again is a weird number to try and do anything with. Circles in Minecraft are hard. That's not gonna work. I think I just do this. 5. Nope. That doesn't work either. What have I done wrong? Two, 5, 2, 2, 5, 2. Oh no! Really? I gotta push the wall back another one. Much digging. Can I just bring it forward one? Is that a thing I could do? What did this look like? I did that. Be there. There's my 5. There's my 2. Concentrating. Full concentration mode here. Couple times. How do I keep doing this? That's definitely gonna be sin. Whatever. Nope. There. Finally. Okay. I know this is off center. That puts this. That puts this in a really awkward place. Where does it put it now? It puts it over here, which is not. I would like for this to have been centered. Pushing this whole thing over is. I mean, it's not even finished. It's just barely down there. It wouldn't be that hard to move it. Time consuming. Hmm. The other problem I'm having the old even number problem. With the circle where I actually want it, this is an even number. And that's exactly where the side comes in at. On an even number. This is the... Don't like it. Don't like it. That looks terrible. Yeah, that looks awful. Can't do that. What, instead of circular, I go oblong? Do that. It's doesn't look great, but it is kind of what I did on this. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 5. Every now and again, I get my neck hung up. I have to pop it in there. Okay, new plan. We have to move this entire building back 3 blocks. No, we're not doing that. Now, where does this... Stop that. Where does this come out at if I just make this a flat wall? Okay. I mean, am I okay with that being an entire flat wall? And then curving back for the mine there. Keep in mind that the back half is going to be covered in dirt and you will never see it. Maybe I can do it banded up and down. Like I did over here with the front of this. Like, would that look good over here? This part I didn't have planned. I did not have a very good plan for this when I started. Although I will say that I liked that better. Like it's a much less rounded. I've seen some really great rounded edges in Minecraft, where people were brilliant at making circles and round bases, even spheres, globes. I'm of the opinion the less round you have to make a thing, the better. Like if you can get away with... Stop that. With this as a corner, I feel like that's fine. Straight, flat corner like this has its place, but it doesn't look good if every single corner is that. Why I rounded the front of this building and spent like 3 streams trying to figure out how to round this and make it look decent. Because I still feel like looking at it from that angle over there, looking at the rounded side, I feel like that's the best angle to look at this build. And over here we've got square, 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 and it doesn't look great over here. I'm going to break this up eventually by putting an awning over all these llamas, building this into something of a pens. I'm thinking for my pseudo dwarvish architecture, that honestly a effective flat wall would be okay. I think it would suit the sort of the lore. Like, why would a dwarven smithy be fancy? You know? They would go for function over form. Make it fancy when you're done building it afterwards. Really? Okay, well, almost got in a groove there. And blackstone, blackstone, blackstone. I should have a lot of blackstone. Ran right over that gap. So obviously just a straight flat wall doesn't look good. But if we oh, not that way. And then here's the corner, which would probably use the polished basalt this. I'm considering using down here as well. I could have this sort of banding going on. I think it'll work. Like, this is a cool texture because of this. You can actually tile it on top of itself like this and still see the detail. With the stone blocks like this, if you were to try this, they would get lost. You'd lose the pattern entirely. You wouldn't be able to see it. It would just look flat. But because these blocks have like this sort of shadow on the edges, it's not an outline because it's changed up too much. You can still see the edge of the blocks. And when you don't see the edge of the blocks, like right there, you don't see the edge of this block anymore. You can still see the pattern. So I think it's fine as a 3D texturable, tileable block, as opposed to, say, the polished blackstone. Awful. Ooh. So now I'm actually considering bringing this out more, like that, and pushing this forward. Now I'm considering not doing that because that looks terrible. I prefer the blackstone and the lava. Let the lava speak for itself. Good enough. It's slow then, since I seem to have a problem placing blocks today. Cool. Nope. Just gonna have to be the sword. Oh, he saw us. He saw us. Run for it! What's he got? Coral, vines. Vines are, I mean, I can make a vine farm, or I could just go find vines. Green dye. There's cactus, literally on the other side of the nether portal. Lily pad, I have a ton of packed ice is useful. I haven't found a ice biome, but it is only 1 block. Excuse you. Hi. Stop it. Alright, fine. Do it this way. Why are you making this difficult? Go down there. Stop it. Okay. You decided this, not me. Now you must suffer. There he goes. You're free. Don't you feel better now? No more capitalists. You down. Come with me to your new home for all eternity. Making doors for me. Here. Don't you feel so much better now? There's just so many of them. Where did the pickaxe go? There it is. Nope, just throw it on the ground. That's what I meant to do. As we've learned, if you attack the salesman directly, his very brainwashed llamas will attack you. But if you set them free, organically, as in with a flint and steel, they don't realize it was you. The llamas are not trained to think freely. They are slaves to the capitalist environment. They only do what their master tells them. There we go. That actually looks decent. As does this side. I gotta figure out how to reinforce this corner and make it look nice. I think this block right here is gonna probably be one of those polished pillars. Maybe. Melon farm. I mean, again, you're never gonna see the backside of this, so I might as well just build the wall. Straight. All gonna be inside. Only the inside matters. Okay. I don't really like it, but what I got? Like I'm watching the viewer list live, and some of the spam bots' names are hilarious. They can't actually post in my chat because I require verification to post in chat. I don't know why anyone would not require verification to post in chat. Then you only get the trolls who are actually trolls and not the bots. No! Heard that snipe. Alright, we have an actual entrance to the mine. Oh, I'm dead. He did not make that jump. I blame the llamas. Alright, I need an entrance anyway. Where am I going to put the entrance?
You can't wish me good game and then fuck me right afterwards.
Well, I mean, I saw it coming. I know there's not a ladder on that side. There was nothing to catch myself on. I was just gonna go splat. I'm trying to imagine how the inside of this will look when I'm done. I don't think the inside of this matters. This is literally just a pass-through for the mine. I think I want this to be bigger. Definitely want that to be bigger. Also, this is in a bad spot. Like, if it was over, that would be fine. If it was... If I pull it just one more this way, at least then it's centered on this. Like, I would have 3 blocks on either side to go around it. There's plenty of space. It would be 2 blocks on the corners. Not too bad. 2 blocks you can get through fine. You can either go down the mine or you can go around the mine to the smith. And then the smith is going to have another entrance on this side. You come out where this puddle is going to be, basically. This is going to be gone. You'd come out facing this way. It's going to be the entrance to that. But there's not an actual entrance to it. Don't think I'm going to use this. I think I'm just going to cover this up. And then this is the main workspace with all the storage. I do like the andesite floor. I think it turned out pretty good. I was considering using andesite for the ceiling and then realized that andesite slabs, you lose the pattern with the andesite. It's one of those blocks that doesn't tile 3D very well. It would just look like a flat roof. And I wanted the dome. Like, I made a... I'm debating on putting a roof over this now. If I don't put a roof over it, then it's an open mine. And I could build... If I move this over, I could build a little tower over this that would show. I'd have to do something about the hillside. And then I wouldn't be able to cover the top of this in dirt. Like, am I going? Like, this started with World of Warcraft, Dwarven architecture, and mine building into the side of the cliff. When I tore the cliff out, I was going to replace the cliff over the top of it. Maybe even spill down, like, right here some. The dirt, build dirt up to the sides of the cliff here. Dirt blocks, where are you? Like this, you know? Like, have something like that. Building up onto the sides of the cliffs, of the walls. But I kind of like this weird aesthetic that has arisen with the nether blocks, the black and the gray. I think it looks better as sort of a fortress with exposed walls. This one's gonna have to go, and then I gotta build a wall on this side. I gotta build this out one anyway, because I want an actual structured wall all the way around it, all the way down. So, I got some digging to do. But for now, I'll bring this all the way up. And that's it. We're out of basalt. Need more basalt. Salt, the salt.